Hi, my name is Andrew Walker. I'm a staff entertainment photographer for Shutterstock. I've been with the company about, 5 years now. I just had my 5th year anniversary. And obviously, things have changed since COVID. And so I wanted to talk to you briefly about how my job and my duties and my mindset has been altered by COVID-19. So obviously there are no more entertainment pictures to be had. That's starting to change, but throughout most of the pandemic, I haven't been able to shoot any concerts or red carpets or parties or anything where normally we would have some sort of entertainment value. So I have been taking photographs of my kids. That's been my outlet. It's been a really interesting process to look at my kids and watch their process of dealing with the pandemic and being stuck at home and in quarantine. It's been interesting as a parent, and it's been especially interesting as a photographer. I have had to really change my mindset when photographing my kids. Instead of just taking pictures to put on the mantle or to send to grandma and grandpa, I've wanted to really try to tell the story, tell their struggles and tell their successes, and try to show that in a way that other parents could appreciate and maybe identify with. I think that that's a pretty important aspect of what I do right now. One of those things has to do with school. It just started. My kids just went back to school, and it has been nerve-wracking for everybody, but we tried to protect them from it. We tried to not make it a big deal. There's a virus and that we need to be careful around people, and then we have to wear a mask, and then we have to distance from each other. So it's been great. As a photographer, I'm going on about being a dad and my kids, but it has been really awesome to experience them and how their relationship actually has gotten so close in a way that it never would have happened before, because they've been forced to spend the last 6 months together. They've gotten really tight, really close, and it's super endearing, and I can't imagine another situation where that could have happened. So one of the photos that I'm going to share is one of Jackson. This is one of his moments where he was having a really hard time, like kind of dealing with what was going on and missing his friends. And I would catch him looking out the window or feeling pensive. And he just went out one day, and we were just playing around, and he just kind of lost it. He started just yelling and going nuts, and I could just see literally it was this manifestation of all this pent-up energy and anxiety and stress. And so I got this really good moment of him, like you can see it in the picture, all of this stuff is just coming out of him. Other photos of we bought a inflatable pool for the summer, because we couldn't do any pool clubs or the public pool. We couldn't do any of that. So we really were struggling with ideas to give them something to do during the summer. So we bought this big inflatable pool. And so, yeah, they loved it. For about a month, they were all about the inflatable pool until they got bored of it. But so I got some really good photos of the two of them. Jackson, my son, with his snorkel. It's a very fun picture. And my wife walking our daughter, like doing a practice walk to school, because she's 3.5, and it's unnerving, especially having been out of school for so long. And so my wife wanted to get her ready and have her feel comfortable going to school. There's a photo of Jackson and his friend Connor, and on the very first day of school, he saw his friend and immediately went over and gave him the biggest hug and told him, "I love you, Connor." And Connor was like, "I love you too." So it was so heartwarming. As a photographer, working from home and no longer having to do the previous kind of work I was doing, it's been a really good lesson for me. And it's actually been a throwback to when I was first learning how to take pictures, where I've been able to slow down and really be thoughtful about the types of pictures I wanted and the lighting situations that were best to highlight some of these situations. Golden hour obviously has been a big deal for me this summer, which I never get to use during entertainment work. And I have to say I'm very excited about that process. It takes me back to when I was learning how to shoot and spending more time with creative compositions and creative lighting, silhouetting and blurring and motion blurs and things that I don't normally get to do in my professional life.